What's poppin' peeps? It's your boy Coops, and now before I begin this... Oh man, he got the yawn out like real quick, ruining everything. Ha! Doesn't matter. It's okay, we're still going. But, yeah, he's here with me, by the way. Actually, now this time, so if we wanted to do another Broly review, we could, but that'd be redundant. Maybe cut my one hour one down by a bit so people will actually watch it. But, no. Main reason I want to get this out because I've explained before I've had backlog videos, but I'm not putting those up. I'm putting them up real late, like I'm behind on like some of my Fire Emblem ones. There's a terrible Epic 7 video that I haven't gotten up either, and some of the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff that I haven't done either. And what else can I say but Kingdom Hearts? That game's out now, and even though I was a little bit distracted today in terms of getting to play it, but that's gonna eat up my time. I know it's not a very appropriate excuse, but you know, this isn't getting us money, so that's gonna have to do for your excuse. And I'm having like a ton of fun with it as well.
Either that or Resident Evil 2. I know a lot of people play either Resident Evil 2 or Kingdom Hearts. That's what's floating the internets right now.
Yeah, so that's what's taking up a lot of my time. Again, can't promise like a daily schedule of the uploads, but I'll get them up as much as I can. I know this one is going up ASAP the moment after we record it, since it's actually explaining everything. But as the days go on, I'll try to get a little bit more up and be a little bit more consistent, but it's just hard to find the time to sit down and doing edits when there's like a 10+ year old sequel to a game in the making that I'm wanting to dive in and just play. But anyway, why I'm here today on this Dokkan sprint anyways, I have a little event that I need to finish up, so I figured, hey, it's a little bit more content, why not do it with you guys? And for those who have kept up my Dokkan stuff and are asking why I'm short under 300, even though like the Broly event is like right upon us actually on the global side, I got tempted by the Trucks banner just to do like one just for a funny LR summon. Yeah, that didn't happen because it's me. That, and I think there was another banner where I dipped a little bit more into an attempt to get 21 because she's the last of the androids I need. Didn't get her either, but what you gonna do? Maybe that just means like the Gogeta and Broly stuff will treat me better. Now, anyway, so the event in questions are Extreme Z battles. Now, for those who are not really aware, haven't gotten far enough in the game to wonder what Extreme Z battles are even, they're taking really old units and you fight them in a pretty hard series of battles, and you get medals for them to make them any better. For example, the one that we're going to be doing, the last 5 that I need to do here, and I saved the last 5 because those are normally the hardest, is for Kid Buu. Now, when it comes to Kid Buu, there's a certain type and category, the more so category that takes less damage from him. You'll see what I mean in a minute. It's recommended you bring strength units because he's physical, so they'll take less damage, but more so you want to bring the category Pure Saiyans. Now, this is one of the better designed ones, I believe, because there's a lot more Pure Saiyans to pick from than a lot of the other categories. Like, for example, one that was out previously was like that I didn't do was Perfect Cell, and his category was like, I believe it's like Future Saga, and there was only 2 intelligence types from the Future Saga. Everything else was like either weak against him or something that people wouldn't have, and it's really dumb. It's most of these I really hate doing these events, but this one's not as bad. That and because Super Saiyan 4 Goku's a Pure Saiyan, he's a really easily accessible one. A lot of people have a lot of dupes in him, so it's going to be kind of easy to find a 100% one who can just kind of carry you through the whole thing. Now, here's pretty much my set of what I'm working with. You guys can kind of change around based on what you have. I have one Goku. Unfortunately, mine doesn't have any dupes in him because I never bothered to pull him, but at least I have one just for the leader skill. We got this God Goku with 2 dupes in him just to do like a little bit of damage. He's also a Pure Saiyan. This EZA Goku, who also had like extreme, as I said, extreme event that boosts him up a bit, so he's a little bit good for damage. This Super Saiyan Legend Virginia, he's more for tanking. He's really good at it too. He'll take like no damage, and he's awesome for it. Kaba here, he's just more here to provide some buffs, like attack and defense buffs to help the others hit harder. And now the only one who's not a Pure Saiyan, who I just have on here because he was the only one I really have boosted up, he'll help prove a point too, is Ultimate Gohan. He'll give some defense to everybody, but if he takes a hit from Kid Buu, you'll see what I mean, why it's... You really need Pure Saiyans. But again, there's a lot of them to go, a lot of them to put on your team, so you shouldn't really have that much trouble. So let's go ahead in here, try to knock these 5 out of the way as quickly as we can. And another thing that's really, like, dumb about these battles, okay, so he's going to take a hit anyway, is you can't use healing items. And trust me, with how brutal the hits from Kid Buu get, you know, it's not going to be the most fun in the world. So this will give him super attack, which will go with that. Goku, he can take those, and then Ultimate Gohan can take this, and then we'll go from there and see what happens. So again, like I stated before, Broly movie stuff coming out to global very soon, especially some summonings from that. I should be back up to 300 by the time, and see, thanks to them being Pure Saiyan, they're taking like no damage, which is really helpful. So, like I said, this is one of the more better designed ones in terms of the streams. Getting the crit, that's what we like to see. And now here's what I mean. Now Gohan has a type advantage, but he's not a Pure Saiyan, so he's going to take some kind of stupid damage, as you're about to see. Watch this. Dumb. That's stupid. Everyone else was taking like 100-something. He's taking 2,700. Like, why they even design that like that? When he has the type advantage, he still shouldn't be taking a lot. And that's what I mainly have trouble with in this event. So hopefully this Goku, since he has like 100% dupe pass in him, the friend one can just go ahead and nuke out Kid Buu for us here, and then we'll move on to the next stage. Don't have much else to say besides just going through the motions. What you're seeing here, can we crit? No, but see, like 2 million damage. He's almost dead. That's why this one's pretty alright. If you can find a good friend Goku who can kind of carry you through the whole thing, this is probably the easier easy A to get through, which is why I'm showcasing it off that. It's possible. It's very free to play possible. Like, Kid Buu's almost dead on this phase, and we're about to get to the next one with barely any damage taken. Anything you want to kind of talk about with us, my man? Like, I guess this channel-wise, since we've been very spacey with the upload schedule?
Yeah, a combination of my brother, like I said before, I think we mentioned before, my brother got sick. He's doing okay if you wanted to be updated on that. He's fine now. He's doing a lot better. Oh, yes, I have a funny story. So...
I like funny stories. Is it haha funny, or that's dark kind of funny?
Not dark funny, but just, like, ugh funny.
Ugh funny?
So...
Unga bunga?
So we had to get oil change for the car, and... I think we were too far away from the place that we would normally go to. So we're like, okay, let's go here. And like, I guess I had the money. I just got paid. It's like, I'll do it. Fine, I'll pay. What's the best version of oil to get? Well, like $70. Okay, fine. So I get. I get they took a bit. Excuse me. So I just had pizza.
And I'm drinking the Dew right now.
Well, Mountain Dew.
You know,
throwback
the typical fat ass.
Real
drink,
sugar,
really.
real good. According to the cover, I have another case ready, and also Pepsi real sugar. I don't know. My friends don't like it. From when I used to go to culinary school, they didn't like it. I do. It just feels. I don't know. It feels more. It just tastes more natural to me. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't get any too much of a difference. It still tastes like Dew to me.
I just feels more natural, like how I used to be back in the old.
Crit. That's still a lot of there. But additional though. That's what we like to see. Thank you, friend Super Saiyan Legend Goku. Speaking of which, on the Japanese versions, are you guys having fun with the LR Super Saiyan 4 Gokus? I know this man wouldn't care shit about them at all because he just hates the Super Saiyan 4s and everything GT stands for, really.
So I welcome him in fighters, though, compared to having base Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah.
At least be something different.
But I do like what categories they have, so if they ever do come over here, I will be summoning for the Goku, because he just boosts up everybody related to Goku's family. So my LR Bardock would finally have a good team to be on. So that's why I would more so want to go for LR Goku, just for Bardock. But anyway, back to your, like, kind of story. Yeah.
So basically, we're like, okay, let's get this oil. So we wait a bit, and we got it. Like, okay, cool. And then the car will want to stop. It's like about a month later. And I'm like, why is it doing this? I'm like, this car is old, by the way, but we're taking good care of it as best we can. Hell, even unfortunately, and I appreciate it, by the way, Koopa had to chip in a few times, including myself, to help prepare the car. And
just to give it more life support.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's been on, really.
And then, we're thinking, oh great, we have to probably get a new car because this one is on its last legs and crap. But what happened was, so you know, we had to go. Oh God! Plus on top of that, I had to do. I'm about to another story I mentioned in a moment, but so I get a call from I'm trying to call my folks because it's getting prepared today, and I'm trying to call my folks like, what's going on? What's the update? So here's the part left out. So I did it. Let's say, oh God, what did I do this? We're in January. Let's just say I.
Actually, in February.
Well, for
Haha.
yeah, technically, let's say I did the oil change in the beginning of the year, January, or like January 1st and stuff.
Mm.
I did it in the beginning of the year, and they charged my card really, really late. Like, they didn't charge it till like I think a few weeks back. So it's like, let's say for example, you go to McDonald's and you buy McDonald's, you get the McDonald's combo meal. Instead of charging it like no more than 2-3 days later, they charge like almost a month later. So, you know, that's a lot of money, and you know, they put my account in negative. I try to dispute this in terms of like, hey, you know, did you put my account in negative? Now I lost money because they took the money late. Apparently, I found out, according to my bank, almost Wells Fargo, by the way. I know you can laugh how stupid my bank is. Say like, oh, they have like a 100-day policy, some crap to like take the money, but that's stupid. Why would you wait the following month to take something? Why you got?
Yeah, they wasn't feeling the need to take the money now. It's like, let's get a little bit. We don't need that money like right now.
But just like, and then, like that's so it put my kind of negative. So I had like barely no money just to pay some bills and stuff. Thankfully.
Yeah, this is gonna be This is gonna be the most upsetting thing in the world if I die here. Look at that damage. That's like so retarded. Look how much is the super because Gohan wasn't a pure Saiyan. Look how much that did. I almost died, and Kid Buu was on like I could fart and he would die.
Do you heal when you win battles or no?
Oh yeah, once the next battle happens, you're fully healed for the next one. That's not the problem. It's just that as you get in the higher tiers, if it was a battle that you didn't have like a lot of pure Saiyans or the category for, you have a lot of units like going on the team that's taking a lot of damage, it's almost impossible, and that's what I really hate about the mode. And it could just like, if you could just bring healing items, it'd be fine. And you could at least brute force it that way, but you can't bring healing items. You just have to, sit in the battle and hope the RNG dice works in your favor, and it's really frustrating sometimes. At least with this one, like I said, there's a lot of pure Saiyans you can throw on the team, so you can, strength pure Saiyan, so you can.
This is Battle 4, I guess?
This is Battle 4, yes. The hardest one is going to be Battle 5, where he's going to be doing a lot of Buku damage, and we got to cross our fingers that he doesn't super Gohan like he did this time. But anyway, it's not like I have to, if I lose, I have to go back to the beginning, and I'm not losing stamina for doing these either. So you can try them as much as you want, it's just annoying to keep going back in and just keep losing, or, hey, this rotation shit, I literally have to exit the game and go back in for a better rotation, that kind of garbage.
Okay, so that's good. So then it turns out I get a call from my older brother, who's, like I said before, he's doing a lot better now, if you're wondering. He called me, it's like, oh yeah, so my mom went to the normal mechanic we normally go to, who was friends with this mechanic. We find out that, no, the car's fine, it ran out of oil. They put really crappy old oil. So not only that they took a long time putting the oil, they charged me about a month later. Like I did it back in December, they didn't charge me till this month in January. They put my account in the negative, but they put crappy oil, and I already had to, and we already had to put even more oil. I think he did it for free, since we knew him for a while, and the kindness of his heart. Because we told him the story, my mom probably told him the story what happened. I think he did it for free for my mom out of kindness.
Shout outs to people who know like good mechanics.
Yeah, he's like this is some crappy ass oil.
See, this is what we like to see. Look how much Vegeta's gonna take in comparison.
75.
Look at that. That's who we want to see get supered is Vegeta, because he tanks it like a boss. He doesn't do a lot of damage as you're about to see. Only like what, 500,000. That's not a lot in comparison to what Goku's doing. But he's there to eat the hits. So if you have him, you're golden if like Buu supers him.
So it's like, why I I've got the name of the place, but like if I ever like look it up, I'm like, dude, and you live in Florida, do not go to that. Do not.
Yeah,
go
today's video anti-sponsor is brought to you by
this place. Yeah. Oh man, and I was saying horrible things, which I will not repeat on this channel about those said people. I said horrible things that I would not again repeat because I was so angry. It's like, but good news is I'm fine. I'm not hurting for money now. I'm doing a lot better. But it's so annoying. It's like they charged a month afterward. And I put the best oil, like the best oil. You know, there's anything generic and like the best. I want
the premium grade, but
I,
it was like they just used the worse than the generic one apparently.
Yeah, from the stuff because the guy's like, man, the mechanic's like, this is like
scrape some scum off of like their back of their like garbage cans and just put it in as oil.
That's what the mechanic was basically saying. Like, what oil did you use? Like, where'd you go to? It's like, oh, if you go to a normal place, this wouldn't happen. Like, I don't know why they did it. It's like,
did you literally just use Taco Bell sauce and was like, there's your oil?
You might as well. He almost practically said that. It's like old, crappy oil. So I'm doing good on that. Overall, but everything's fine. So the car's, and guess what? And once you put the new oil in, the car is running like it's brand new now. It's not doing the shaking anymore.
Yeah, thank God it wasn't anything that was a lot worse and required them to get like a totally like brand new car.
So it just needed oil. I ran out of oil already because the oil I had previously was mad of crap. So besides Koopa with Kingdom Hearts, what's occupying me is the Resident Evil 2 remake. Oh,
yeah, he'll have a lot more to say about it because he actually finished a couple of playthroughs. I'm still like just getting to World 3 or whatever, so I'm nowhere near where I should be right now. Meanwhile, my pal Robert's probably like almost done with the game.
But like, I love Resident Evil 2 remastered. I will love, my Koopa to do a review on that in the future. I have a lot to say, and the thing is, what helps is that I think that was like my second Halloween review, so I can, if anything, we'll probably save it for Halloween or maybe, maybe now. You can probably do it sooner and maybe do Evil Within 2. So
it's your call, but I know definitely right now during this time where I'm wanting to play games is not a good call because even I had a hard time even coming down and sitting down to do this.
Yeah. But like,
even though it's like not even the game I'm controlling. It's
besides Kingdom Hearts, which that's why I'm like, ugh, my wallet. The reason why Koopa, thank you, because if it wasn't for Koopa, I wouldn't even have Kingdom Hearts 3 right now. He bought it for me digitally, but again, thank you, because I'm like, I had a trade-in game, my hours are bad at where I work at in Disney, and like, I had to trade all my stuff. Thank God it was more than enough to get the deluxe edition of Resident Evil 2. And the cool thing about the deluxe edition, you get all these cool costumes and the original soundtrack. Though, the current soundtrack is good, especially for Mixer X. Oh my god, his theme is horrifyingly creepy. Oof. Just oof, guys. It is intense. But I just love it so much, man. Like, you think, how, like, since I played the original one, you think the scary moments or certain things are going to happen, but then they switch it on you and stuff. It's just, I like it so much. Like, you think, certain things are going to happen, but then they flip it on you. Though when you go for the second, the B part, more of the stuff that, they do some callbacks to some horror callbacks to, like, what happened when you played the originally in the original.
The story on that bit's a little dry for whatever reason.
Yeah, cause like I don't know what happened. Like I don't know what happened there. Like it's really dry and that not a lot of story bits happening there. I don't know what's going on, but still it's worth your money. And like Capcom, man, it's like they're going back to the '90s, like how they used to be. I heard Mega Man 11's amazing. I'm doing really well. I'm enjoying it so far, even though I'm sucking that game hard. As Koopa could tell you, I was doing really bad in that game. It was amateur, not Mega Man 11, but I'm still enjoying it though, despite Mega Man 11 beating the shit out of me. I love Resident Evil 7. I love Resident Evil 2. The remake is like so fantastic, guys. And plus, the best part is, and I love this, and they didn't have to do this because the game was so good. I was willing to give them the season. Because you know what, Spider-Man was so great. I named it my game of the year, by the way, if you guys saw the list. I bought the season pass because it was worth it. They're coming out with free DLC for extra people that collecting Raccoon City Stories, coming with extra stuff for all the different characters. For one of the soldiers of Hunk and two other survivors in the city. They didn't have to do that. I would like, if they would do that $25 season pass, I would gladly throw money. But guess what? Because it's doing so well. If you're wondering, how is it going? If Koopa can find an article, I'm sure it's everywhere. It made 3 million, it sold 3 million copies within 3 days because it released on a Friday.
I wonder if he'll notice if we're done yet.
I'm sorry. I know.
Because no, I was gonna mention that once it began, Kid Buu survived on a nut tab and he supered Goku, but thankfully since Goku was pure Saiyan, not as well as Vegeta, but he took it better than Gohan did. But yeah, we're finished up here. That's pretty much the Kid Buu event. Again, this is one of the better designed ECAs in my opinion because there's a lot of strength pure Saiyans that you can make your team based around and be able to tank his hits better than some of the other ones where there's not as much in the categories with like that's matching the type and like the category they're in. Like for example, I think like this Goku down here, because it's another EZA that you can do, but I've already finished it, and I've kind of like ran my head against it a lot. You need Resurrected Warriors, but the thing is, there's not a whole lot of tech-type Resurrected Warriors for the most part. The ones that I have anyway are Golden Frieza, who's rainbowed out, and I think Demon King Piccolo was another one that I have. But besides that, everyone else is kind of just a different type, and you gotta kind of have to hope for an Angel Golden Frieza, who's the team lead for Resurrected Warriors, that have a lot of dupes in them and can just like crit the Goku, kind of like how Super Saiyan 4 Goku did for us in the Kid Buu thing. But, yep, that was it for that. Next time we come back to the Realm of Dokkan anyway, I should have 300 back with all the events that are going on, because they're not quite here yet, because what's in the summons right now is just, again, like I alluded to, this double rate SSR with LR Trunks from the Goku Black Arc, and I didn't get them. I threw one multi, gave it a shot, but that's all I can afford, because I'm needing to save for the main important ones. Any closing thoughts, or do you want to go into another 2-hour Resident Evil tangent?
No. Well, I'll just lay these two things. Like I said, one,
of course,
free DLC. As I mentioned before, free DLC is coming. I do love how they're also coming. If you beat the game on the B side, you get the true endings with both Leon and Claire, and you get to play as Hunk and Tofu. So that's still around.
Greatest character ever. Why does he have his own game?
Tofu Adventure, Resident Evil Tofu Edition.
Yeah.
And, go to the free DLC. Plus, Capcom did state, and I'm sure it's an article you can find, that if Resident Evil 2 sells well / fans want it, they will do Resident Evil 3. And the way this game is selling, that's more guaranteed, sure thing to happen. And
I swear, Mr. X was more of a testing grounds AI for like Nemesis anyway.
Absolutely.
With how much he shows up.
He's a lot more aggressive in the remake and in 2. He was a bit aggressive in the original, don't get me wrong, but this is cranked to like 11. And trust me, and like Koopa, I was so freaking out because he was like, I was play staring it. Koopa could tell by the sound of my voice, I was stressing out. Of course, when you got like, and the worst part is you gotta do puzzles while he's chasing you, so I couldn't think straight. So what helped me calm me down, he played the Pizza Time song
from Spider-Man 2.
From Spider-Man 2 to calm me down, and I was able to figure out, and it helped out a lot, believe it or not. It calmed me down as I figured out the puzzle to get away from him.
That's his theme now. I was just losing it the first time I did it. I might have been a little bit tired during that. I don't know, but it made me lose it. But alright guys, that's it for this bit of video. I'm not gonna promise daily uploads, but I'm just gonna try my best for like putting some stuff here and there. Maybe he can provide some things too here and there. Mm-hmm. We don't know. Again, it's just been hard for us this week because there's main games that we have been playing, and we hardly get a lot of time to just sit down and really play a game anymore because that's how life works. That's what happens when you got an adult sometimes.
Yeah.
But the times we have been, where this was our month to like. The games we were like really looking forward to at the beginning of the year showed up, so
yeah,
forgive us.
Yeah. Oh, and the last thing, this is the last thing I promise. And though this is more of a rumor, it's saying that sometime later on, within this month or next month, I think before spring, they'll be announcing Resident Evil 8, and it's gonna go back to the third-person mode, like how Resident Evil 2 Remastered is, because a lot of people are liking that better than the first person, which was still great for the did for 7.
But then they can shoehorn in VR, and it's like, great, man. Way to ruin my game by putting crappy VR implementation.
Unlike with other ones, like with like Doom and Skyrim, where it's bad, a lot of people say it's actually better on VR. It was one of the rare ones where it's actually better. Who knew? But yeah, and that's it. So Resident Evil 8 might be announced before spring, considering how well 7 did and how this one's doing. That's not surprising. And remake of 3 might be coming if it does 2 does well / if people want it, which people want, and it's doing well. So that's almost a guarantee. So if anything, probably Capcom have half the team work on 8, while the other half works on the remake. And of course, after that, I will love a Code Veronica. To do a Code Veronica remaster, I did with Resident Evil 2. To quote the Fry meme, shut up and take my money. But that's it. I'm done. Let me leave. Let me stop now before we're here another 2 hours. So.
Yes. Alright. Thank you for watching. And this is Alfred Ashford signing off. I'm bad with ending these. Just go by.